So this is the part two of the self-improvement does not equal relationship stability podcast. Nah, not podcast. So like I was saying in the first video, so me and a friend of mine working home from school. Yes, see these two chicks, man. Like they were okay, but the other one was okay, but there was this one that stood out. Like she was very attractive. So that's then my friend says we should go approach those chicks, and I'm like, man, if you go there, I'm finna dip. I ain't going there with you. I'm like, nah. But then as you approach, because I thought that that's the chick is gonna go to the attractive one, because I'm like, whoa, because I'm assisting. Like basically at this point, I'm on some. Now I don't even know any football assistants, but that doesn't really match. So there we are. I go there on my Tate stuff because eventually I'm like, if I don't go there, he's gonna tell me my classmates that I chickened out and that I'm scared of females. I took every ounce of courage in my body, and I was like, hey man, you gotta go there. And then I went there, on my Tate stuff. I'm like, okay, this is really embarrassing, but I actually did this, went there and greeted them, hello, hello, asap. That is what I said. I'm like, asap, like let's go. That's what I said, because that's what it's people, these influences be pushing. They not necessarily tell me to say that, but they be telling me to you're the man, you gotta control the relationship, you gotta ooh, my guy, my guy, my guy. I am not him. That is when I realized that you are not him. You are not even close. Because I was like, let's go. Go, go. Fam, go with who? Dog? We don't even know you. Just get here and tell me that let's go, bro. I was embarrassed. Then I stood there far away from them, like, what's the word? Contemplating. I'm like, whoa, man, you just sucked right now. And then eventually she's like, is your friend mad? And that's my cue. I'm like, oh, so she does want to talk to me. It was just the approach. That's why I feel like somehow the look somehow somewhat assisted me on that. So then I go there and we talk. We end up leaving, which is the weird thing with females. We end up did living together. But when I told her that let's go, she was like, hey, you ain't gonna tell me what to do, fam. But then yeah, we ended up living together. I asked her what was wrong with the approach. She's like, man, the let's go, dog. It gave toxic, a controlling kind of vibe. So I was like, damn, I was like that, I was actually honest with her. I was like, man, that's how I thought it was supposed to be done, because most of these influencers be telling me that you're the man, that you gotta call the shots and whatnot. So that is what I did, and I called the shots, and the shots were not taken lightly. Retaliation occurred. So then now we ended up talking. She was pretty cool. Once I split her from my friend, she started smiling. She was more open basically. Then I was like, okay, so like that's what I've noticed with game. When it comes to game, there's no certain piece of advice you gotta take. When it comes to game, this is how mine works. As I keep going out there, I learn to not do this. I check it off. Okay, next time when you go to a chick, don't do this. Next time when you go to the chick, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Next time you do not do this. This one, make sure you don't. And then as things go on, you end up knowing what not to do. People think that game is knowing what to say, how to say this, how to do that. Nah, sometimes game is just knowing what not to say and what not to do. Hope that makes sense. So because that's how mostly mine is. Now, what I've learned is that smile first thing, that is very important, because I've seen most dudes be I've also been that dude. How are you? She's like, I'm fine. Thought you look really pretty. Thought I could get your numbers. She's like, no. I'm like, why? Why don't you wanna give me your numbers? She's like, no, I have a boyfriend. You're like, damn. Well, he's a lucky guy. It's like, yeah. So you really don't want to give me a number? Like, don't do that, fam. Like, that's scary. You know the amount of females getting raped, getting mutilated. Like last time, it was yesterday, even not even last time. I saw on the news that a 14-year-old female was found mutilated. Dog, don't. Like, it's a scary place for women. Like, the next thing you wanna do, you the next thing you wanna do is to get their whole language. Like, she's gonna think it's some psychopath who's gonna strangle her if she says no. You're gonna wait until you all get to the corner and then you strangle her. Nah, dog. Like, smile, dog. Like, it shows being open. Cause I remember I used to do the same thing too, man. I'd be like, man, so what are you gonna do today? And she's like, because that's one thing people like Tate. What did I just say? People like Tate. That's one thing like Tate is correct about. Like, you do lead the like dynamic, I don't know what looking for a word I cannot find it. You lead like the whole dynamic of the relationship, cause even of the interaction, but not necessarily, because that's what I can take from him saying that you lead it. Not necessarily you having to act like macho male. Let's go. Not yet. Not yet. You will get to that point, but not yet. So, like, that is how you lead it. Because if you get there like mad, changes the whole dynamic. Now she's like, man, who's this guy talking to me angry? And now she starts talking to you. You see that, like, she's like, you want my number? My number's for what? But when you get there smiling, you're like, hey, can I get their number? Like, she looks at you first and then she's like, okay, who's this guy? But he's smiling, so like, let me not be rude. In an act of not trying to be rude, she ends up like smiling. Then she's like, man, like, my number, why do you want my number? And you say something crazy like, just make her laugh. So, am I giving out game? Nah, I'm not gonna do that, fam. Like, I've worked hard for my game. I have worked hard, but I got some on YouTube too. But not necessarily what you say, but yeah. So that was basically the first interaction. Then, like, I ended up asking her to rate it out. She had to rate it out of 10, and she's like, man, that was a 3. She said that, like, the first part was work. So that is when I found out that, when it comes to the first part, like, do not come across as controlling, do not come across as a weirdo. Like, y'all should avoid seeming like a weirdo. But the truth is, for your first 10 approaches, you're gonna come out you're gonna you're gonna come out as that. Because here's the thing: if you haven't been in a relationship, you reek of desperation, like you are lonely, my guy. And girls can feel that. Everyone can, even the guys can feel that. So when you get there, you're trying as hard as you can to like get here. You like a fisherman, like, I hope I get this fish. You're trying as hard as you can, and then she sees that, and she's like, oh, hey, ah, this man is weird, and then like she distances herself from you, and then you start, don't do this, like, one one hand is on the camera, but basically imagine I've shoved my hand like this, the other one on the front, the other one like, and then both are doing this. So this is you've become like the pursuer, the chaser, and she sees you doing this. What does she do? She becomes the chasee. Is that it? Nah, I think it's the chasee, the chaser and the chasee. So you started chasing it. So she retaliates by doing what? Running away. So don't put yourself in that state. And one thing you should know, as the chaser, the chances of you like actually getting into a relationship with a female like that, but it's pretty, like, those are pretty low. Because not only do you have to like chase her, you then have to persuade her and convince her as to why she should date you. Or like, nah, if she's not there find a way. And though it's hard sometimes, like I said, you're desperate. Like that's the most amount of female attention you've got. But yeah, yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna say. Don't be like, don't be. I know it could be. It's very hard. I know that. I'm speaking from experience. Sometimes I find myself in those situations to this day. When I'm like, hey, yeah, I feel like now you don't do that. If she's not into you, like detach. And that's hard at first, but as you go, as you get out, like keep doing it, start speaking to more females. When one door closes, when one door closes, like it's like the quote says, you then like find another one opening. So if you look at it like that, instead of looking at it as like if this door closes, like it's over, I'm done for. There are no more. Damn, I think I was closing the mic. If you don't see it as like if this door closes, I'm done for. There's no like there are no longer any opportunities. Nah, just like the quote does say these quotes, man, like these quotes, dog, like these are more that like these are principles that can be applied in any realm of life because you might put it into a business perspective, you might put it in sports, you might put it in relationships, the gym, basically like fam. So that is it for the first approach. Then the second approach was the most recent one. So for the second approach, that's true was basically cheating because I had some momentum going. So we chilling at school, like it was this thing where like I'm in matric right now, like the 12th grade. So we sometimes do this thing of like attending in other schools where like we be chilling, like maybe the matrix from that school, that school, that school, that school, like we all gonna be combined into one school. So I'm chilling, dog, like I see this chick, dog, like the chick I was talking about in the first part of the video. Like I saw her there, like, but I didn't really think that much of it because, like, I was like, yeah. Then there was this one, like this light skinned chick, dog, like she's forgot the name. I saw the name on her like the trick T-shirt, like yeah. I I actually noticed it when I was like giving people water, like in the classroom, because I somehow got the job of handing water to people, like I was like, and they actually told me to like pass the water, but I was like, nah, I'm going in front. I went there in the front, like giving people water, giving people. And she's like, can I also get water? I look at them and I'm like, whoa. I tried to do some taste stuff, but there were a lot of desks at the front. I wanted to do to be like, you see how the Sigma males be doing it on YouTube, push the tables, ta ta ta. This is for you. I wanted to do that, but there was too many tables, so took like nine, like there was like 9 bottles of water left. Like I went a bit there, then I told like the chicks in front of it to like make sure that I told them, what am I saying? I told them that make sure that she gets a bottle of water. Like I said, that like pointing to her, make sure that she gets a bottle of water. They're like, okay. They're like, oh, mission understood. They're like, I shall get it. And I'm looking at her, da 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 da. I'm leaving. Then break time hits. Like she keeps passing by me, dog. Like I keep seeing her. I'm like, should I go? There's a good friend of mine, not the one I approached with, but there's another one, like the short one, dog. He's like, when it comes to females, dog, like he's him. Let me just say it. Like, when it comes to female, he's him. But in other areas of life, dog, he sucks. But when it comes to that, dog, so I'm like, what would he do in this scenario? She keeps walking past. I'm like, the old me would turn and look at him, maybe give a weird wave, hello, make like her presence known, like make it known that I see her. But I'm like, nah. My friend would just continue with what he's doing, pay no attention whatsoever. So there I am. We started meet like we first met at the tap, and I continued drinking some water. She walked past, continued drinking some water. I'm looking there like into the horizon, drink some water, took a pause. like in the same stance that he does, like how he be like. I sometimes seeing it. I sometimes see him doing it at the tap, like he'd be drinking water. Some females be looking at him. The man is just drinking water. Look, he looked there like with his hand on his like on his what is this called? On his I'm not sure what this part is called. On his waist, yeah, but not in a gay way, like in a manly way, like something like this, something like this. Like he'd be like drinking some water, drinking some water, and I'd say, okay, that is how he would do it. So I'm gonna do the same thing that I am drinking some water. She passes by, like she starts like passing by, like on the sides. She don't even pay attention. Now I was paying attention, but I made it seem as though I'm not paying attention. Passed behind me. Oh, she passes like right in front of me. Still looking there. Finish the water, refill the bottle. Turn, I see her like she's staring. Like, stare. I walk. Boop 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 boop. That's okay. Now let me continue. So I walk away. So then go to class. Go with the squad after eating. Like me and the fam go to buy some snacks. Like just ate like the quarters and whatnot. So go to buy some snacks and yeah, we see her again with her friends. Like this time it's three of her friends with me walking with three of my friends. She leaves her friends there and then like she moves away from her group of friends. Like she stands there alone, like close to me and the boys. Like basically like she leaves them and then she's like, yeah, here I am, like calm, like okay, that is how I saw it. That is how I saw it. Because I know y'all will say that, nah, yeah, you're not him. We're just gonna make the assumption like yeah, that is what I saw. And if y'all were in the same situation, like pretty sure that is what y'all think. After what happened, like at the tap, and now you see this, that is what you think. So we then like go, we then walk like she stands there a bit, then her friends are done buying, then they leave, then we buy, then they walk slow, dog. They walk slow, slow, slow. Me and my friends are done buying. But we see them once more and I'm like, wow, is this a sign? God, is this you forcing me, God? Oh, so that is basically what happens. But I end up not approaching at the time. We then go to class. I make it known that I know what Khonsi. I'm not gonna leave without approaching that time. Like I don't really tell the fam, but I tell myself that you know what Khonsi, nah, you're not leaving without talking to that town. So we then go to class. I see this one again, the one from the other school, the one I started seeing her like in the 10th grade. Damn. Like she's standing by the door, like it's first time me noticing. I'm like, whoa, like she has grown. Like looking at her now, I'm like, yeah, like she, okay, okay. And then like she was looking down, like she saw me, she looked down, but then she looks again, like she's like, not okay. That is an exaggeration. She wasn't like okay. She looked down, and she, bro, I shied away. I'm not even gonna lie. Like when she did that, I was like, boom, hey, walked away. Then after some time, like they came in like after the group that was standing outside, they came into class because like the second class was about to start after break. So they came in and then like she's looking at me that I'm not even paying attention. Like, I'm looking at my friend, like I'm like trying not to what, like okay, let me be honest, like I was shy though, like I was scared, yeah. Scared, the man was scared, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you, but like, yeah, I was scared. So they come in, da 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 da. We sit, we attend the whole period. There we are, learning, learning, learning. The period ends at around like 4 p.m. Like it's getting late, past like some minutes past 4 p.m. Maybe half past, 30 minutes past. I'm not really sure, but minutes past. So which we back there like at the side of the table. We just returned our like the desks and the like table, the chairs we were sitting on, not the desks and the tables. That sounds weird. Okay, so we just returned them. Then I'm chilling there like with the fam, like people from my school, like my classmates basically. we checking stuff, like the guys are like we checking stuff. Like I'm not really gonna tell y'all what we were checking. I'ma tell y'all, but maybe next year, not now. If I do remember. So I'm there with the guys we checking, and then like these two chicks come. It's the one. It's the one I saw there, like standing by the door, and like a friend of his, like this light chick. Like both are pretty. I'm not even gonna lie. Like then they come and they're like, a friend of ours saw you, and like she thought like not she. Okay, a friend of ours saw you, and she says she likes you. Basically, she thought like the man looks cute because I had my earrings on, new cut, like fresh cut. I cut myself like the morning before going to school, so like the cut was still very clean. So me did the most, like one of the most aura farming stuff you could do. Dog. After those two chicks tell me that, I'm like, I shut up a bit. Okay, first I asked them, damn, she's approaching me. They're like, they laugh it out. They're like, nah, she's not approaching you. Don't look at it like that. Okay, I silence myself a bit. Then I turn. I look at the other friend and I'm like, are you the friend? Like, I look at her like, because it's that one, the light one, and the one that was standing by it. I look at her and I'm like, are you the friend? Then she laughs. Then they're like, yeah. The other one then leaves. Then like she gives us like some time to speak. Like I talked to that one, end up giving her my chance. So yeah, after that, basically, that's not like the approach because that time I feel like I was approached, so we can't really count it as me approaching. So the goal was that on May I would approach like 30 females. It ended up being just one because the other one was like months ago. So as I was saying, there we are. Like I'm happy though because like I'm like, hey, you don't mess with your boy. Dog. Like hey, I was on some like David Goggins stuff. Like they don't know me, son. Yes, sir. So after speaking to that one, gave her my tens, da 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 da, shake hands, and I didn't really implement this. Oh, so much in regret right now. Feel like I should have hugged her, like broke the whole touch barrier thing. That's one of the advice you should take from YouTube. I just gave her a handshake, and I'm like, somewhat regret it to this day, but so that is what happens. Then we leave there, like as we are walking out, I then see that light chick, like the one I handed the bottle of water to, like, and I'm like, "Oh, boy, because I was still in motion. Like a minute after talking to that one, we see that one standing by the gate, dog. And bear in mind that like everyone is leaving the school, dog. Like it's crowded. People are looking, but nah. I forced my legs to go there. That's why I told you in the first part of the video that like the hardest part is actually going there. Dog. Like I was so much shaking, but I was like, nah, man, you gotta go there. Dog. I mean, like basically fighting my own legs. I'm like, come on, man, come on, like we gotta go there, man. I do go there, dog. Shaking, holding a bottle of water. Like the bottle of water was like shaking. Then I put it like on my in the bag. Like got there. Hello. Looked at the name on her like matric T-shirt. Called her by that name. Smiling. I'm like, yeah, man. Can I get the chance? Can I get your chance? She says no. I was like, like she was like, no. Got there like I was like, hello. She's like, hello. She smiles a bit. Call her by that name because it's somewhat of a nickname. She smiles more like yo, can I get your chance? Trying to be smooth at it. So like yo, can I get your chance? She's like, no. Fam, I'm trying to turn back because now like the embarrassment though. Like I'm like, oh, though, what am I gonna tell the squad? Because the mandem is like behind me, like they approaching too. So I'm like, whoa, though, like you just sucked so badly right now. Just took an L. What are the boys gonna say? What are the females gonna say? As I'm turning back, she's like, nah, I'm playing. Yeah. Bro, I turned back. Like I'm like, what? I'm like, hey, yo, don't play like that. Didn't really tell her, but like in my mind, I was like, hey, yo, y'all play too much, dog. Like, If I tell you that like that moment was like 2 5 seconds, but in your mind it's like whoa, it's like a decade, dog. Because I imagine me having to tell my friends that man, she said no. I imagine the pep talk, the laughter. That's not necessarily laughter, dog. Nah, dog. My guys are like more mature. Dog. They wouldn't laugh at you because like you fumbled the chicks. You fumbled the chick. So like nah, okay, so she's like, nah, I'm playing, and I'm like, whoa, like in my heart, I'm like, whoa, this chick, bro, like this chick, bro, like, yeah, we talked. She's like, why do you even, why do you want my numbers? Because like at the time, like when she said like the whole no thing, this is I almost forgot to say this because what I'd been, what what I'd been thinking as I was sending back, I was like, damn man, maybe you read the signs wrong. Maybe like you saw something that wasn't there. Then as I turned back, I was like, okay, oh, so I really saw it. So that's basically my encouragement for you. Like sometimes trust your gut. The reason I'm saying sometimes is because like there are friends of mine who think that every chick wants them, and like don't do that. Don't do that. I like happen to find out like I wait. Like even if I see like a glimpse of interest, I'm not the guy to initially like. This was like the first time, but normally I'm like I make it like obvious that oh like she's interested. So that there we basically are like in front of the whole school. We speaking. She's like, why do you even want my numbers? We've been like we were doing life sciences. I'm like, yeah, I want to talk about like the structure of the accommodation process. She laughs like, and that's like, hey, that got me like that gave me like some motivation type because like she was, how can I put this? Like her friends were working. Her friends were about to walk past us. So as they walk past, like they hear her laughing. They're like, oh, I was like, hey, hey, ooh, huh? Okay, that was cringe. I apologize for that. So I ended up getting the chance. For some reason, like the one from the other school saw me. Like in the check, she's like, oh, dog, so you speaking to that Han from that school, like, and you seem, damn, I'm talking too much right now. Wait. Okay, so that chick is like, hey, so you speaking to that chick from the other school, and you seem pretty interested in her. So what's up? And I'm like, yeah. For some reason, I lied. I was like, wait, keep closing the mic accidentally. If the sound quality is bad, I'm like, sorry about that. Hey, dog, I lied. I'm not really alive, but at that moment, I didn't really know what to say. But I was like, yeah, that one, I forgot what I said exactly, but I didn't, and I feel bad for doing that. I feel like I should have just said that, you know what, like, both of y'all, like, I like both of y'all, not on some player stuff that man, yo, I love both of y'all, man. Like I can pick. Nah, not on that. Like, I'm not that kind of guy. Like, not even a fan of polygamy or whatever it's called. Man, and I almost said I'm an androgynous male. Almost said I'm an androgynous male. I do not know why, but I am an androgynous male. But yeah, that's basically what happened. And I'm like, a chick, what. I should have just told her that, nah, both of y'all, like, I thought both of y'all were really cute. I'm trying to get to know you all, then I'll decide, like, which chick I'll end up taking. But I feel like I should have done it that way. But yeah, I chickened out. So, okay, so the man is growing a mustache. It's pretty far though. Okay, but yeah, eventually it's gonna come. So that is basically the approach. Then okay, should I continue the story? I chatted with the one who got my chance. Like, oh, I gave both of them my chance. Like, that is one thing you all should know. Okay, the first one she asked for the chance, let me plug you all. Like, try to give like a girl your chance. That basically makes things easier for you and for her, because that way it saves you the trouble of being there. This way, if she's not interested, she won't text. But if she does text, she's like there's somewhat of an interest there. I know some chicks are time wasters. They just love to be like someone who texts them. They just like seeing some messages on their phone. So take note of that too. But giving a chick your chance, dog, like you know that if she doesn't text you, dog, like she wasn't interested. So that is basically how what happened. Like the other one that was standing there outside the school, like she never texted. After I gave her some water, but yeah, just messing with you out. So she didn't really text. Um, Talked with the other one. We talked. The conversation ended up dying out. Pretty sure she lost interest right now because she found out that the man does not have any game, dog. Yeah, so that is basically where we are with things right now. Like so, but it is like improvement because back then I couldn't even speak to females. At least now I can. So wait, looks majestic when I'm looking there. It's like I'm looking at. I wanna catch myself looking there. 3, 2, 1. Boop. Too slow. Okay, so that is basically it, fam, with today's video. So hope you all find it very useful. 31 minutes and 49 seconds. Hey, pretty long. Haven't really made a long video in a while, so hope you all found it like very educational, very useful. Because what's the point of making these videos if like no one finds value in them? You gotta derive value from them. Not saying everything I say it's valuable, but like that's your job. Like you gotta take what works for you. Get what I'm saying? You gotta derive. You gotta be like, oh, I'm taking this, I'm taking that. Boo, 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 okay. Put this into my formula. Then you end up with your own game. That is how game is made. Take this from that, take that from him, take this from her, from her. Yeah, from here you can take from here. Then you mix the and that is how you come up with your signature fragrance called your game. Oop, pss, 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 pss. Okay, I don't know why I just did that or said that analogy, but basically that is it. So y'all might be like wondering, this is like Faith Club. Why are we like doing all these like relationship videos? Like I said, the whole purpose of this video is to cover like everything. I'm not gonna be like one-sided where I'm like one dimension where I'm like Christ is Christ. I do that, but I like I'm not only gonna show you all those parts. Like I'm gonna show you like these are like day in the life of a Christian teenager. That is basically what I be doing, showing you all my experiences while I'm going through how I tackle certain obstacles in life. That's the aim of this video. So this channel, not just the video. That's the aim of this channel. Tackle like, cause I don't want to see like my fellow Christians getting like advice from people. There are bad people who will give you bad advice. Let me just say that. So I want to be like the guy, like a Christian self improvement guy. That would be cool. Because most of these self improvement guys, they be cursing, they be. I'm not judging anyone, fam, okay? But feel like mm, they could lead you to sin depending on the type of person you are. So that is basically it from me. Like the CEO of the Faith Club. Y'all know, like I'm gonna call myself the CEO of the Faith Club because Jesus is the founder. God is the founder. Yes, sir. Holy Spirit is also a member, a very active member. So that is it from me, the CEO of the Faith Club. Hope you all stay blessed. Hope you all found this video very educational, not just entertaining, though, but educational. Till next time, Hope you all stay blessed. And should I drop a Bible verse before we close? Why not? Proverbs 24, verse 10. This is for you all, fam. If you fail in the day of adversity, your faith is too small. That is the New Living Translation. Why am I so close to you all now? I'm not trying to raise you all up. Oh, nah, that is not my, those are not my intentions. But yeah, just gonna close it like that. Make sure your faith is strong. And the only way to strengthen your faith is by praying more, speaking more with your founder. Like, you gotta be. Let me not feature on you all. This is not today's video. This is not what today's video is. This is not what today's video is about. So hope you all stay blessed. Like forever know that no matter what happens, no matter how many times you get rejected, just go out there, dog. Like, show the enemy that your faith is not small, dog. Do not fake. Preach. You getting rejected is not you failing on the day of adversity. It's you preparing for the day of adversity because the devil might try to convince you, telling you that now you failed. You failed on the day of adversity. Your faith is too small. Now that is not you. That is you failing. Is you preparing. It's you getting stronger, fam. Don't let the enemy try. Hey yo, I don't know how to preach, but when the Holy Spirit has got you, fam, like you be like, ah, but nah, yo, okay, chill. That's basically it. Stay blessed. I'll always love you, and gotta find out, like, gotta figure out my own, like, closing catchphrase. Should I call it that? Um, Stay blessed. Nah, watch. Ah, that's even Kazi's stuff. Nah. Do the hard work. Nah, that's Hamza. Do the hard work, especially when you feel like when you don't feel like it. Mwah, that's Hamza. Jesus loves you. Nah, that's impact. That's impact. That is impact. Now I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. My English is bad right now, but yeah, I'm gonna find out what to say. But as of now, man, like, yo, peace out.